Check, check. Okay, mic's on. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. I'm, it's something I take great pride in when I can, call some really big move like this, especially quite some time in advance. Here's what we're gonna do today for our stream. This is gonna be a bit of a special stream. First of all, we're going to review one of our past trades, and this is a massive trade on BTC that wound up, going to the tune of 26%. Okay, I'm super proud of this move. And then, after we go and review this previous trade here and kind of some of the technical analysis that brought us to where we are today, we're going to do a start to finish analysis on BTC that I think will be very educational. It'll be insightful. I've had people ask me, how do you come up with trades? They'll say, yeah, I know horizontal levels. I know about trend lines. I know about channels. I know about Fibonacci. I know about Elliott waves. I know about naked point of controls. I know about, looking for volume nodes, etc., etc. And they'll say, but I don't know where to begin. Okay, and this is something that a lot of people would call analysis paralysis, and it's when you're looking at too many things and you get too caught up and you really can't see the chart clearly for what it's just trying to tell you that it's going to do. So that's where we're going to, that's kind of what today's going to look like. Let's see here, just going to be sure I have this up. Okay, I have chat up. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to ask and we'll go ahead and review. Otherwise, so this harmonic, if you go look back on the Discord, I called this harmonic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I called it right around here. And I said what we're going to do is we're going to go up, hit this level here, which was a weekly, I believe, at about 31.7. I said we're going to sweep the highs, hit this weekly, and we're going to drop from there. It worked out perfectly. Okay, I'm super excited. By the time we got down to these lows here, my trade was up 2,900%. I am very happy with this drop. A lot of people are confused as to why this happened or what's been going on here. And BTC, oftentimes we've seen these before here. I think this is the best example, is this candle here. And really all that it is an OI flush, okay? An open interest flush, right? These are not uncommon with BTC. You get a handful of them every so often, and we've been trading, so mildly for so long that this move was really a shock for a lot of people, okay? But what's beautiful is that the levels are being respected, all right? So the harmonic here, the primary target is the 1-to-1 extension at 26.5, 26.6. We can see that the previous daily candle held that level on a closure. So this level is being respected as support currently. We can see that the current daily candle is getting a little bit lower, and we just barely front ran the 1618 at about 23.3K, right? And this is on the Bybit chart. I know it's different. For different charts, this low on some of them are around 25K. Okay, and then let's take a look at our other chart here where we like to zoom out and take a look at this. Again, this was a part of the plan, right? This is something that we expected, and personally, I thought that we would stop at around 27 to stop our wave 3, and we can see that BTC certainly had other plans, right? So generally speaking, what I'm looking at is this 1, 2, 3, probably some kind of a consolidation period, and then we'll put in, a wave 5 and go a little bit lower, in my opinion. Really just looking to probably range in this area here, get a dip, something like this, and then probably have some kind of a move to the upside, right? And I have a really nice chart to kind of show this and to talk about it, but ultimately this is what I was looking for, and then at that point I'm looking for an A, B, C, and if we go ahead and look, it's on one of my charts here. I gotta find it. This one here. I kind of drew this out last night, but I'll do a little bit of a better job. Go ahead and remove that. So we can see that these are our key levels. This is our previous range here. You know, again, like what I'm looking for, oh, this is making a new low on this chart. That's very interesting. Okay. So, you know, what I think would be really cool is we sort of have this opportunity to put in, you know, kind of a head and shoulders pattern, maybe wick down, kind of do like a quick fake out recovery, and then, you know, maybe have some degree of continuation to the upside. This could take a really long time. I'm certainly not going to hold my breath on this one. This could take, you know, I think like what would be ideal is if we sort of did get down here, did some consolidation, you know, got that move down, started getting this sort of move to the upside, some kind of distribution, and then, you know, start to get that move back down, kind of mess around down here again, get the dip, you know, and then have a move to the upside. And this would then coincide with the halving. And I don't really think that, you know, we're going to have the halving and all of a sudden price is going to start ripping per se. Okay. I don't think that that's going to happen. But, you know, I think that these events kind of all being around the same time will be really, really nice. And for me, I think this would be a really good setup. You know, when we have this, like I said, this head and shoulders, and when people see that, you know, they're going to be saying, oh my God, we are certainly going to go lower. You know, we're going to be targeting, what would this target? This would target, you know, 17K at least. You know, we would be looking, 17K at least is what this, you know, would target theoretically. And I'm sure people would be calling for 12K and blah, 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 blah. I don't think that that would happen. I think that this would be, you know, kind of like I've talked about, this would be a A, B, C, C. This would be like an A, B, C after our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. And then we would have our wave 3, and this is where things start to get exciting, which would be like a 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, 5, and this is when things would, you know, start to get interesting, right? This is when things would start to get interesting. So yeah, I think that this would be really nice. This would be reminiscent of this here. You know, we kind of had this channel, and we did this sort of you know, head and shoulders pattern, and then nuked. Well, I don't think we would, because this is a top, obviously, I don't think that's what we would see. I think we'd dip down and then have our continuation to the upside. And yeah, so, you know, take note of this. Generally speaking, I think that this is a really, really nice plan. And this is something that we'll, you know, continue to talk about over time. I think that the key thing here to take away is that, you know, anything around 20K to 22K, in my opinion, right now, from what I see from the charts, okay, this is not set in stone, let's say, okay. When I look at the charts right now, what I see is that 20 to 22K will be the buy opportunity, okay, the one that you want to buy to prepare for the next bull market rally. And theoretically, you know, alts should be pretty decimated by this point as well. So we'll get some really good buy opportunities on alts, theoretically, okay? So with that said, let's go ahead and, yeah, this is really nice. This is all looking good. It's all looking good. It's all looking good. All right, let's find a blank chart that I have here that I can clear. This one looks fine. I would like to know what exchange this is, though. Binance. Okay, not bad. All right, cool. So I'm going to get rid of all this stuff, and we are now we are now going to do a, wow, brilliant. We are going to do a start to finish analysis on BTC. Wow, look at all that. Holy crap. Okay. All right, if you guys have any questions along the way, I'll do my best to answer, but what this is going to be here from now on, this is a start to finish analysis on BTC. This is how I come up with trades, okay? People, like I said, people often ask me like, how do you come up with trades? How do you do your analysis? Well, this is going to be it right here. All right. I'm gonna mark that one. These are all untapped except for. So for me, I like to start with my horizontal levels, and kind of build off of that is where I like to get things going. And I usually start with my, I usually just do my untapped levels, but I usually just do the untapped levels, but I will put a couple that have been tapped because I think that they're just new and important levels, right? Oops. All right, we'll go down to our daily. Wow. This is so funny, guys. I like the fact that we dropped here. It's just so funny to me because I literally said, I was like, this is going to be such an obvious short in hindsight. I said it for weeks. I'm not, no joke. I said this for weeks, days on end. I said that this right here in hindsight is going to be the most obvious short. You know what this day was? This was the day that the XRP case, got a win over on the SEC or whatever. Blah 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 blah. Don't care. I shorted the shit out of it, and it just started going down. And I swear, I told everybody for so long. I said this is going to be so obvious in hindsight. And yeah, God, I mean, here we are, just 26% down from the high. Just awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, these are our dailies, daily levels. Oops. All right. I'm gonna hide these for now. Let's go to. I'm gonna do a previous year. Just curious. Nothing very relevant there. All right, we're gonna do some previous month levels. You know, something tells me that the previous week levels aren't going to be entirely useful, so I'm going to skip that right now. So when I told you, I said, you know, just minutes ago, I said, yeah, this short is going to be insanely obvious in hindsight. I will show you why I said that at the time. Hmm. Seems fine. So the reason why I said like this short is going to be insanely obvious in hindsight is because support, flip to resistance. First time we ever back test it. Do you think we're just going to break straight through? No. Like this is, I literally pointed this out again so many times. I said this is going to be the most obvious short in hindsight. And of course, duh, back testing this for the first time. Easy short, boom, we're getting a massive move to the downside. Okay, cool. So we have this channel. This is our macro sideways. And then I want to draw out this channel. I'm actually going to go down to a daily time frame for this one. This channel is going to be very important, in my opinion. Yeah, and you can just see the massive, massive respect on this channel. At the lows, back test. So this to me is the exact same. right? You know how we broke down from that massive macro upper channel, we back test it once. We don't break it the first time, but lo and behold, we certainly did on the second time, you know? And that's certainly how I view this other channel as well. You can see the highs here, very well respected, back tested here just beautifully. And that's, again, this is why I think if I were to come up with a trading strategy right off the top of my head, that we would do something like this and then probably drop down, you know, do something like that. I think would be very appropriate. Okay, so this is our local lows channel, or I should say actually, why don't I just say key. All right, let's go ahead and draw out our okay. Okay, let's try something here. Let's go from here to here. Okay. And then we'll go from here to here. Okay. Let's try something else even. Let's do this. I really like these two, and I'll explain to you why. The value area high lines up very well with the midline right now. Okay, so that's a really good sign. We can see that currently we're holding the value area low of this upper range here. I, again, don't foresee that being the case for too much longer. All right, so let's go like this. Channels, volume profile. Something I want to point out to you guys. Well, you know, here we'll just carry on. We'll carry on, and I'll come back to it. Okay, so here's how I like to look at this, and I've talked about this for a little bit here. So this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we'd be looking for an A, B, C, in my opinion. This is just my humble opinion. Don't have to agree with me. This is what I think we'll see. And typically, you know, if that is what that is, so actually let's go like this. We're gonna go, I never know what to do with these. Oh, a minute A, okay. And this is a minute A. What I want to make clear is then this is a you know, the thing I want to make clear here is that this would then be, you know, we're looking at a 1, 2, 3, probably somewhere in here, 4, and then, you know, a 5. Kind of this, you know, this is sort of like my most basic, just off the top of my head, kind of what I would be looking for. And again, this is all subject to change, but so far so good, right? So if we're going to keep this in mind, right, if this is kind of what we're looking for, then I would be looking at this as being a 618 retracement, okay? All right, so if this is going to have a 618 retracement, let's go ahead and draw that out from the low to the high. All right, that's where our 618 lines up. Now, here's what's interesting about this, is if we start adding back some of our previous analysis, we're going to see some very interesting things. Let's start with this. The 618 lines up beautifully with the midline of this channel. All right, so that's another level of respect, right? Another source of confluence that we can have here. Next, we have the previous range low, right? So this range, all the price action that we did in this area, okay, the value area high is at the 618, okay? So those two higher time frame sources of confluence. I'll go ahead and put this on here. I'm just going to go like this and make this, okay, so we can say, let's call it range va. All right, so now we can go ahead and hide this, lock that up. Go ahead and make a fibs channel, or a group, I should say. So I'm going to make this easier to read for us. There we go. All right, so far we have the lower range value area high, the 618, as well as the midline, all right in the same spot. Okay, cool. Let's go through our daily levels. We do not have any untapped daily levels there. Oh, but look at this. Another form of confluence. We have a untapped weekly level right on top of the mid time frame range low. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hide the weekly and I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to say actually, I'm going to say previous range value area high plus, plus weekly. And the stars just mean it's an untapped weekly. All right, so right now we have 3 macro forms of confluence all set in this zone. All right, and it lines up with our theoretical Elliott wave. If we were to have something of a 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, etc., right? And here we would be looking for an ABC like we talked about. So let's go ahead and hide this, and we'll say, we'll go ahead and put on our wave again. And we will say, all right, we have our A is not yet complete, in my opinion. A, B, C. And here, if I'm just going to do a little bit of analysis on a lower time frame, if I were to guess, I would think that we would do then we'll do a swing failure here. Probably do a swing failure here. Or a deviation, better yet. So what I would be looking for is a deviation, a move back up, SFP, and then you know, basically I would expect something probably down. I would personally, I'd like to see a huge flush, so something really fast that recovers really fast. You know, I personally, that's something that I would like to see. Is sort of this really quick kind of move down. But, you know, something like this, deviation, sweep, a move back inside the channel to the midline for then continuation to the upside. All right, so that this would be kind of the plan, I guess. And so far, I think that this lines up really, really well. You know, here's the deal too. So as long as we don't take out this low, technically we could go into new highs and this can still be considered wave 5. So here's what I mean by that. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, until we take out the wave 4 low, this could still technically be a wave 5. It'd be really sloppy, but it could be. Now on Bybit, this is already taken out. So that degree of inconsistency among the charts, I think it's very safe to assume that this low on all of the other charts will be taken out, which means, aka, we will be revisiting these levels. I think that, again, it's very appropriate to expect some kind of a deviation. So let's go down then. We have our kind of our higher time frame analysis. Let's go down to lower time frame and understand kind of our general plan, right? So we do want to see some kind of a deviation, right? All right, cool. So if we take this, you know, and I've been kind of looking at this for a while, and unfortunately it didn't go exactly to where I wanted it to, but that's okay. Probably just range here for God knows how long, and then do something like this. You know, this is kind of what I would be looking for. And this would be A, and then we can go B, C, etc., etc. So, you know, when I originally, you know, I had always said, okay, this is the bear market rally high. I'm short. I'm never closing my short. I'm going to hold this for a very long time. And then here, in here, I was longing, and this was a decent move, but I wanted a little bit higher. I wanted something like kind of up here. And we never got it, but there was a point in time after I saw this, I was like, God, that could be the wave 2. You know, that could definitely be a wave 2. And, you know, sure shit, that is what it is. We did get our wave 2. And I've been saying this again for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks on end, right? I said once this wave 2 is put in, the wave 3 drop is going to be so it's going to be there will be no question after that drop that the bear market rally high is in. It's going to be in like an earth-shattering move for bulls that will absolutely annihilate them. And I've been saying that for a really long time, and the reason why is because wave 3 is typically the strongest, most powerful wave, and you know, you can see that we did just get that. We got that really nice open interest flush, awesome move down, boom, 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 here we are, etc., etc. Great, beautiful. So, you know, this again, I think is a really beautiful move. This all played out according to plan. Of course, the details, the small details along the way did not play out as expected. Like I said, I wanted a little bit higher. And here I didn't expect it to go as low, but nonetheless, it is, you know, it's all playing out relatively as expected, right? It's really, really, really beautiful move, really beautiful setup. And we were prepared for it. Okay, so there's one more thing I do want to take a look at here. I want to take a look at, we're going to do a little looking on exo charts among some other analysis. I just want to see, you know, where do we have some monthly naked point of controls? Well, this one's going to be at 29.3. Oh, that might be a decent spot. We have another one. Oh, look at that. 22.3. 22.3. Okay, let's go back to our chart. All right, naked point of controls coming in hot. All right, so let's see here. I like to use these. So NPOC 22,300. Well, 22,300 right in that zone. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and just add it to here, plus MPOC, MNPOC. And we know that that's there, okay? Monthly naked point of control. There's also going to be one. Well, we're halfway through the month. I won't get ahead of myself. I suppose I'll wait. But I think that this monthly naked point of control at 29,400, if that does hold as the point of control, which it's probably going to, this could be a really great spot for price to come up and tap later on. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly. This weekly naked point of control currently holding as support. Nothing really there. Let's look at the daily naked point of control. We have quite a few of them higher. Quite a few. Okay. Yeah, 2,500, 2,500, okay. 20,500. I will add that one. I want to see where that is on the chart. All right, so it's a little bit lower. I'm not really gonna kind of chill out on that one actually. I'm gonna put the potential one there though. I just think that I just want to get a bigger picture and kind of see where we're at. That one will be 29,400. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and add that to the chart. $29,400. So this will be our potential naked point of control for this month, unless it shifts. And if it doesn't shift, in my opinion, you know, going back to this Elliott wave thing, I think that like this could actually be a potential stop, right? Like this could be, you know, instead of, so we have our, you know, potential head and shoulders form. Instead of coming up and sweeping this high, you know, maybe we come up and sweep this one right here, hold this as resistance, and then get the move down, right? Okay, so we took a look at that. I want to take a look at sessions for a moment. Sessions. Oh, we do have a naked session point of control, 25,800. $28K might not be a bad spot. That was far back. Yeah, okay, that's unfortunate. Alright, so we do have a session naked point of control at 27,975. 27,975. 27. And that is New York. 27,975. Yeah. Okay. These are our NSPOC's naked session point of controls. Okay. All right. From here, I want to hop onto high block, and we're going to take a look at some of our liquidity analysis here. All right, so let's see this massive number, 23 billion in negative delta. Wow, all right, very good. 23 billion in negative delta, 27.6. Yeah. Let's take a look at just our large positions. So here's the deal. Oftentimes people see like that massive, 23 billion in negative delta, it's time to long. Here's the thing, whenever there's massive delta, it typically ranges for a while before the next big move. So, God, you know, God's honest truth, we're probably not going to do a whole lot for a while, in my opinion. All right, so this would be a decent next spot, 27.1. 27.1, that would be back testing that monthly level that it just fell straight through. I would like that, and I think it could be a potential short down to the lows. $23.9. All right, let's take a look at our liquidation heat map right now. I'm going to start with 7 days. Nothing truly insightful there. 27.2, small pocket of liquidity. Okay, I'm actually going to go ahead and mark that, and I'll explain to you why. So these we don't necessarily need right now. That's part of our higher time frame analysis. Weekly, monthly is what I want. There you are. Go down to lower time frame, and we are going to drop I don't like those. Where's my old one? What is the old one I used to use? There you are. Small pocket of liquidity there. Potential area of reversal. Okay. Great. All right, let's look at our 1 month. Yeah, smashed right through that one. 23, 24, 23, 23, 400, 23, 500. 23, 400, 500 right here. Much bigger potential area of reversal and liquidity. Okay. Let's go to a 3 month. Oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. God, everything, you know what? It's just perfect every single time. Just always works out. 24 to 200. Okay. Clone 24 to 24 200. I'm going to adjust the size of these just to make it beautiful. Yeah, 24 200. That's going to be, that'll be really nice. I think we have some shit there too. Okay, let's go back into here. Let's look at our 6 month. Yeah, 24 300, just literally right below. Yeah, man. Look at the 2 year. Yeah, just fucking massive liquidity there. Okay. Back to this one. 24. Yeah, man. Just right below us. Right below. Okay, let's go back into here then. Yeah, so I think that this coincides really nicely. I genuinely believe, let's say it happens next week. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, we saw something kind of like that. Yeah, I really like this a lot. Okay. You know, I think that that about covers it. There's one more. I just want to look at one more thing in general. I just want to see like where. Oof, man, yeah, that POC there. Okay, all right. I have my plans for you guys. I'm gonna lay it all out for you in this last 5 minute here in a very brief and concise way. Okay, so here's the deal. We have, again, like I've talked about several times, in my opinion, there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here that we have just completed. We caught the very top here, shorted it like bosses. Now we have this ABC pattern that is forming here. If we go ahead and zoom in, well, here's what I'm going to say first before we do that. I think that this ABC will actually then form a nice head and shoulders pattern that won't fully play out. We'll actually just deviate back to the midline, and then we'll go ahead and start off our bull market. This will be the generational buy opportunity, in my opinion. All right. That is kind of what I think, and it does, you know, timing wise, it could coincide with the halving as well as a spot ETF approval in the United States around March. So I would, you know, I'd be putting the end of this wave C here kind of around March-ish, February, March, whatever. So this is going to all take some time, right? This nice head and shoulders here, it'll fake people out. They'll be calling for 10K again like a bunch of idiots, and it'll be a beautiful thing when they get faked out and get absolutely wrecked. Now, playing out here, looking at this, if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is an ABC, we can then call this a larger time frame 1, 2. This 1, 2 will then lead to eventually, in my opinion, new all-time highs, or at the very least to some very high levels that we'll be very happy that we longed. Okay, so that is my macro analysis. Now, if we go back to this, you know, ABC here, let's go ahead and zoom in, because this from A to B might actually be a pretty sweet trade. We'll go down to a lower time frame here, and I'm going to go ahead and hide this. What I'm going to be looking for is, you know, we have sort of this, you know, 1, 2, 3. I want to consolidate and then put in a 5, which could bring us down here. I'm going to be looking for, like, you know, I've said this before, I think it would be really nice to get a deviation. So just keep in mind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this. What we would then be looking for, like I said, we have this, kind of go like this, come down here, do something like this, reclaim, and then we go ahead and get our move up. So this is what I'm going to be looking for, and the reason why. We have nice pockets of liquidity, so that liquidity will be taken either at about 24.3 would be a good zone, or otherwise, you know, around 23.5. Okay, so somewhere in here, one of these two kind of an areas would be really good for me. I'm going to be looking for a couple different things to trigger my trade. Okay, so like I want to long. Well, I'm not just going to blindly start longing here. What I do want to see is going to be either A, you know, let's say, because this low is here, right? I want to see either A, an SFP of that low, close above, enter, stop loss here, trade up, okay? Or I want to see an SFP lose the channel, trade down here for a period of time, create a rounded bottom, reclaim, enter on the reclaim, trade it back higher. Okay, so for me, that is kind of like the key. That's what I want to see. An SFP, a deviation, something to do with this level here, right? And this liquidity here or here. All right. Now we have this monthly that we straight up fell through. In my opinion, this is going to be kind of the range high for a spell, for a period of time. And you can see just how nicely this lines up with this previous, all of these previous levels here, how this was support, resistance, etc., etc. I do think that this area here is kind of where we will be range bound for a spell. So, anything really in between here is fair game for range trading, in my opinion, until we get a deviation or a swing failure pattern or a deviation or something here. Reclaim this monthly, we very well could probably go back to, I would say, I don't know, maybe, 29.7, wherever that naked point of control was, around 29.4, is kind of what I would be looking for. So that is, generally speaking, that's my plan. Okay, so if we go ahead and, get rid of these things here, we'll go ahead and just draw this out again on a little bit of a higher time frame. I'm going to show you our potential naked point of control there. We also have that SFP a little bit higher, or better yet, we could do, why not SFP here? I actually like this a little bit more. So what we would then expect would be something of an A, B, C. We get this moved down. Okay, so let's say this is our plan. I'm going to move this one down from here now. I think it would be something more like this. And yep, so this would pretty much be what I'm looking for here. This is exactly it. This simple. I think that this is all, very, very, very good. I think this is a great plan. I love this. Again, this could give us the potential head and shoulders here that would fake everybody out into thinking we're going to drop to zero. I like that. Potential deviation here, take out the low, even out all of the exchanges. I like that. This kind of being our range for a period of time, I think that's very appropriate. As a matter of fact, this could just come down here, sweep this, and then go back up here, and then come back down, and then get the move up, honestly, if it wants to. And then I do like this area. This is a potential naked point of control for our current month. We could sweep this high. I think that this one could be on the table, but I think it would be dirtier if we did this one because people would be expecting that one. And then, of course, our subsequential move down to that midline zone where we would sort of deviate back into the range for then a move to the upside. And this, again, I cannot emphasize enough, would be our generational buy opportunity that we would never probably see that price again, or at least not for many years. So, yeah, this is my plan. The bull market support band, not sure what that is. I don't trade with the bull market support band. I assume, I'm going to just guess, I assume you're talking about the 200-week moving average. If that is the case, let me go ahead and pull that up. 200-week moving average. We have not taken a look at any of the moving averages today. And that is because I typically don't really trade too much with moving averages. Yeah, 200-week, we're just right around it. As a matter of fact, this makes me even think that 100% this 27.2 is definitely going to be our local range cap, because that also coincides with the 200-week moving average. So yeah, I do think that this is going to be our playground for a little bit. Yeah. No, I really don't have any crazy opinions on the 200-week moving average. I mean, I think losing it's going to get a lot of people super bearish, so that's good. I think that that's a good thing. Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of opinion on it. Yeah, this line here is the 21, the light blue. So I do have that also. I have 21, 55, 200, and 89 on my chart here. Yeah, I really don't have a whole lot of opinions. Oh, again, definitely this is why I think we're going to cap here. I think that that level will get back tested, probably provide a decent short for a range trade. Yeah, dude, honestly, the only thing that I've come to the conclusion of after looking at the moving averages is that my analysis is more on point than even before. So I'm really happy with my analysis. I think that even after looking at these moving averages, it even solidifies what I think is going to happen even more. So, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to go ahead and call it there. We're going to get rid of this on here. I will post some charts into the Discord. But if you guys have any more questions you did not get a chance to ask here, or if you watch this as a replay, please feel free to ask me in the group. I'll be happy to answer that. This was a really good analysis. I'm really happy with this. I think that these levels are all very key and very important and worthwhile on your chart if you don't already have them marked. I'll continue to update this week after week, but again, I'm fairly confident in this one. It feels good. It looks good. I don't think it's something that a lot of people are going to think is going to happen. I think that a lot of people are going to say, well, we're just going to go straight to 20K from here, or actually we're going to just pump up to here. And the truth is that we're in fact going to deviate, fool the people into think we're going lower, reclaim, come back up here, make people think that we're going to go higher, and then range here for a spell. Eventually get back up here, come up higher, sweep this high. People think we're going to go to new all-time highs, get this move down, back down here. People think we're going to go to 10K. You can see how this would really mess with people's mentality. You know, everybody thinks we're just going to go straight to 20K. We're going to go straight to new all-time highs from here. This is the generational buy. When really, you know, there could be a whole lot of bullshit to happen between then and there. And it will be, you know, again, it'll really mess with people's heads. And, you know, for us, we're going to have it sort of, you know, all prepared and ready to go. So, yeah, cool. Just to address, yeah, ETH holding up strong compared to BTC. We want the generational buy opportunity for ETH. Yeah, so do I. So here's what I'm going to do. On Monday, I'm probably going to be doing this same analysis for Ethereum on Monday morning for our usual live stream. And we'll talk about the generational buy opportunity and what the charts could look like moving forward on ETH. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream. It's always great to do this. So if you guys have any questions, again, feel free to ask in the Discord. Thank you all for watching. I always appreciate all your support. Enjoy your weekend, okay? Don't let the charts consume you. We are going to most likely range for a period of time. Let's all be super happy we got this short here. It was such an awesome, awesome short. Definitely one that I have no intention of closing for likely many, many months. So, all right. Well, thank you guys again and enjoy the rest of your weekend.